doing one of those Chippendale strip dances.
We need to see that before you go.
I was right in the moment, and all of a sudden I looked up and I saw about 30 phones like this, and I said, whatever, I might as well finish it.
Yeah.
And so I finished it all. So, hey, whatever. Now if it's out there, it's out there. I don't care.
Well, since it is,
Hey,
since it's already out there,
on me, it don't matter.
before you leave, we'll have to get you to do a little two-step here.
That's it.
It's already on video. We might as well see it, see it live.
That's right. Well, the world got to see a bit. Freddie Boom Smalls you were on the video too. Went live last night. He's a natural. It was just great.
Oh yeah,
He does
Freddie special.
Yeah, he does a lot of those lives. I see him on Facebook, and I guess.
Well, he's an ordained minister.
Yep.
That's right.
Retired major.
Yep.
Out of the military as an army guy, and he's just a wonderful story.
Yeah.
But they're all these guys.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that you got to appreciate is the struggle.
That's right.
You got to go through the struggle to reap the reward. So many of us turn tail and run when it gets tough.
Right.
But when it gets tough, that's when you find out what you're made of.
Yeah.
And that's what all these guys. I think Don Nealon went and recruited guys like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just go find the dog.
Exactly.
Go find the one that's going to battle.
Exactly.
And that's what that's the one thing that I can remember. It resonates. Taking us up to the hospital and visiting kids and seeing them going through their struggles. We'd be in the middle of a workout and you'd be out there running 40s and, feeling bad and feeling sorry for yourself and whining and complaining. And all he had to do was say, hey, shut your hole, man, and think about that kid laying up in that bed right now. You think you got it tough? You're running a handful of 40s. Get on the line.
There you go.
Right.
And you know what? That was the high motivator. So
That's right.
he always had a plan. He always had a plan.
What a great man.
Yeah, and I think
He was there last night, by the way.
That's what I understand.
89, going to be 90 coming January,
awesome.
and him and his bride Jan were there,
Awesome.
along with. I mean, Hugs showed up. Coach Huggins was there. Rich Rod flew back from the media day just to be here. You got probably 50 guys. And when Darryl Talley, Major Harris, Mike Fox, Mike Collins, Aaron Beasley, Mike Vanderjack, Charlie Bauman, Quincy Wilson, Pittsnoggle, and I'm missing the other half ago, Scotty Barrows. He was my guard.
Yeah.
And to this day, he gives me grief. You know why? Because when we broke the huddle and we had to get to the line of scrimmage to run the play, every play I'd ask him, what's the snap count? What's it on, man? What's it on? Oh, he saved me. Yeah. To this day, he gives me grief.
Yeah.
Anyway, but no, it was such a wonderful evening, and it's a beautiful thing. But it was great to have Coach Nealon.
It's always
he's the Godfather.
It's always great to be here, but there's a special vibe this year. I'm not saying it wasn't there before, but it's gone up in magnitude with excitement about Rich Rod coming back. It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's contagious.
Yeah.
It's so contagious because he gets it.
Yeah.
Again, he gets that WV. That WV, represents, and we talked about this a little bit, but that WV not only represents West Virginia University and Mountaineer football, but it represents the state of West Virginia and all its brothers and sisters throughout this land. I mean, I drive. I don't fly. I don't get in that thing, man. I drive. And when I'm on the road, I can't tell you where and when, but I see that WV, and it's the first thing out of my mouth. Hey, where are you from?
That's
They
good.
turn around and go, hey, Beckley. And it's like, and then I strike up a conversation, and it's such a beautiful thing.
Yep.
Rich gets that.
Yeah.
And Rich is the same guy that he was.
Yeah.
Except he's older, he's wiser, he's smarter. He's surrounded himself with some pretty daggone resumes, good resumes of coaches. He came in, he did what? He got rid of 70 guys.
Yeah.
Now, some of them left on their own, but half of them, he said, you can't handle it, you can't handle it, you can't handle it, get out.
Yeah.
You want the hard edge, you want that fight, you want to drive, you want to play Mountaineer football, you can't do it this way, get out. And he brought in 70 new guys.
That's right.
You watch. It's so exciting. It's so exciting. There's such an energy. And there's always those ones out there that but you know what? Hey, We go 2-0 and kick the snot out of Pitt right here at home. You watch that. Those naysayers will be on the bandwagon.
They'll be on the bandwagon.
Right now.
Yep,
so,
absolutely.
Hey, let's go ride to ride, man. Mountaineer football is back.
Yep. And, I've said, with him coming back, like he said, certain people can play Mountaineer football. Back when Joe's played and these guys played, whether we won or lost, everybody knew we were in a battle, a physical battle. And you feel like with Rod coming back, we're going to get back to that. Exactly. We may not win every game, but they're going to know we were there, and I think that's what people are looking forward to.
I'll tell you what you won't see. You won't see us lose a game in the last 5 minutes when you got a 13, 17-point lead.
Yeah, right.
We won't do that, number one, because we will finish.
Yep.
And like you said, that's what I love, Greg, because Mountaineer football means this: win, lose, or draw. When my opponent wakes up the next morning, they're going to think they were in a head-on car accident.
Yep, there you go.
They're going to feel the pain because they're going to feel my wrath. and I've watched Rich's practices, and I'll give you the greatest example of all was the spring game. Okay, the spring game was talked about being like an exhibition and doing some 7-on-7 and doing some competitions and all that. What did Rich do? He came out, ran a full freaking wide open contact practice scrimmage. Why? Because that's the way you play football. Right. You don't play football pat and go and run around with shorts on going, it's a snack break. Nah. You play football in a hard edge mentality. And if you can't handle that, then don't be part of the program.
Yep.
And that's the word. That's what builds programs. Great players want coached.
Yeah.
They want kicked in the tail. They want pushed because I think I'm here. You got to push me beyond that, and I'm willing. I'm not going to run from that. I'm going to embrace that, and that's what he brings to the table with this new era.
Yep.
The Rich Rod era is back, man.
Yep.
And now he's got all the tools.
That's right.
He left. Everybody can say what they want, but he left because he wanted more for the program to build, and we wouldn't invest the money at that time.
Yep.
Well, now, everything that he needs, he's got the best medical, he's got the best staff, he's got the best facility. That facility, I just toured it again, man. It's unbelievable, the resources that are available. Now you got to have the players, and I think he's done a good job of assemblage, and, hey, let's go to work.
Yeah, short period of time. And he's also good with the media. Today you got to. It's the off-field. When you consider how he did at the Big 12 media days, and compare that to Scott. Oh my God, Scott Frost he's talking about Nebraska and why it wasn't a good fit, and he shouldn't have taken the job to begin with, and he hasn't moved on. And Rich Rod knows exactly what's expected of him. No negative headlines.
No, and you saw Deion Sanders there. Looked like he just come out of the shower. He was sweating profusely and very uncomfortable, And but Rich is just a consummate professional. He can handle it. Yeah, he's been around enough.
Else too, second chances and redemption are great motivators.
Right. Oh yeah.
Great motivators.
Yep.
That's right. Isn't that true?
Yep.
He's brought something special.
And the thing about him too is you look at his history. Everywhere he's been, it just built year after year and got better and better and better until it hit the top. And, even at Michigan, I've said this numerous times, even at Michigan, the year after he left, they ended up going 10-1, Brady Hoke, and it was all his players. He had built it up to where they were ready. Yeah. And then they got rid of him, and but you give him 2 or 3 years, and that's why I keep saying here, we may win 5 this year, we may win 7, we may win 10. Who knows how many we're going to win? But I guarantee you, it's going to get better and better and better every year until it's consistently 10, 11 every year. Yeah, you just know it's going to happen. That's just the way he is.
And as Joe said, he gets it. One of the points he made in his interview the other day said, I went to West Virginia, played on the team, coached it. But, if I hadn't won at Jacksonville State, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
He knows how important that is.
Yeah.
It's not like there's a right for him to come back. He had to win it on the field.
Winning.
Yep.
Winning matters, man. Winning, if you're not a winner, you're a loser. Nobody wants to be a loser, I hope not. You know what I mean?
So you, now, I'm assuming you're playing today, right?
No, I don't play. I don't play. There's too much opportunity to go out and visit with everybody that's out here.
Okay,
So
I was going.
Sure I get in the golf cart. Coach Nealon shows up, and he jumps in the golf cart with me, and I drive him around, and he visits with the people.
Oh, that's
great. So we basically spend our day kibitzing.
Well, you make sure Coach Nealon comes up and says hi to us. We'd love it.
Well, he ain't coming up them steps, I can tell you that.
Yeah. I never got
I'll
up.
have him down there and wave at you.
Yeah, there you go.
Give you a big
There you go. But I was going to get some stories about your golf game. That's what I was wanting to hear. That's why I was going that way.
Well, I've played 4 times since I've been up here, and it ain't been too shabby.
I would say.
I'm all right. I don't care. I play to just go out and
have
hit
fun
every once in a while.
Yep. That's what I always said. If I come to a point, probably in my 30s, I said, if I'm gonna come out here and get angry and be upset and mad all day, what's the point in doing this? Started to enjoy it and having fun, and now I'd give anything to be able to go out there and swing.
Yeah.
If I'd swing a club now, I'd end up on my back. I know what would happen.
You don't want to do that.
Where my balance is right now.
You don't want to do that.
That's right.
Well, this is awesome. You if I read correctly, the tournament's full.
Oh yeah,
That's correct?
First time in a minute since we.
Awesome.
I mean, we've been always right around like 22, 23 teams, and I think if everybody shows up here, we might have a problem with golf carts.
Wow.
That's good.
That's a good problem to have.
Good
Right?
problem to have. Well, that's awesome. So you got lots of golfers.
Beautiful.
And then tomorrow, it winds up with the bowling. Correct?
Yeah, we added that. That's Beasley's idea.
Okay.
Aaron Beasley, man, said, hey man, we all here. Why don't we do something? Why don't we do this?
Yeah.
There, that one right there, Jimmy Duffield. He's a teammate of mine. He flew in from Anchorage, Alaska, to be part of this.
Wow.
How about that?
Wow.
He gets the long drive.
The longest trip award. There
right?
you go.
Isn't that cool?
There you go. That's
but
awesome.
Anyway, I lost my train of thought. That's okay. Don't worry about it. It's all good, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Anyway.
But that's awesome to have to have that many folks.
Being here.
Oh,
appreciate
shoot.
you guys being here. There's a whole slew of us here. And,
Absolutely.
You want me to? How do you want to do it? You got a game plan? Or you want me to just slide guys in?
If you just
Slide
want to
guys
slide
in.
them up.
In fact, we can get Jimmy. I don't know where he went. He went down the stairs.
Yeah, because
he's probably eating.
my most of these guys, when I saw them, they were in helmets. 35 years ago, so I don't know who any of them are. I think we missed somebody at Kegler's when we were up there. We missed somebody.
I did. I did.
And we didn't know who it was.
That's because none of us look the same we did 35
That's exactly
years ago,
right. And none of you look the same as you do in the
Daryl
helmet.
Talley. It's amazing.
Talley does look the same.
He's done it.
He does
He's
look the same.
actually gotten. If you look at pictures of him in college, he is butt ugly.
Yeah.
Just nasty looking. Look like he ought to be behind bars.
Better looking today. And he just turned 65.
Turned 65
Unbelievable.
yesterday. Oh, we had a great party down there for him. Had a cake, sang, the whole shit.
Looks like he's 30.
Gave him a really nice thing, and yeah, but daggone, he looks great. He looks like he could play right now.
I always said about him, if he hadn't spent 80 years in the NFL, he should have been an actor.
Yeah.
I mean, he had that hair that was just
an actor.
He had the look, man.
Walking Dead.
Now he was ugly, but he had that look. You know what I mean?
Butt ugly.
He butt ugly.
I'm gonna go get him. I'm gonna go get him. I'm gonna go get him.
Yeah, I can't wait to tell him that. There you go. Right? Yeah, do that. Yeah,
I'm gonna roll. Is that all right? Would you guys mind?
No, that's okay.
I gotta go get
You go, man.
I gotta save some of this juice for later.
That's right.
Hey, we know you got plenty of work to do.
I
so,
appreciate you
thanks
guys.
a lot.
congratulations again
It's
on this
always
event.
fun.
Yeah.
And,
We
all your
appreciate it.
viewers out there, reach out, support the kids.
That's
It's all
right.
about
That's
the
right.
kids.
That's right.
However you got to do it, however you want to do it, get involved.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Get
Absolutely.
involved. There's two kinds of people in this world. There's givers, there's takers.
Yep.
And we need more givers because
Yep.
we got plenty of daggone takers.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need more
Amen.
givers.
Amen.
Absolutely.
All right? I appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Brian,
Hey,
Right.
always
Thanks.
appreciate you, brother.
G.
Thank you, man.
Good to see you.
Good to see you,
Back in
buddy.
your seat doing your thing. Too.
Thank you,
Okay.
man. Appreciate
Hey,
you.
don't film this because it's gonna get ugly.
Hey, my wife come run over to help you up. That's what she does me. She watches me like a hawk.
You did it.
Hey, you made
Good
it.
job.
You made it. All right.
Yeah. Bring Daryl over.
I'm gonna go find Daryl.
Yep. Tell him we got something to talk to him about.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Brian Joserack. He heads up his thing, and he's the. I tell you what a guy. He's you need somebody that has that energy. What a player and what a guy. You're good. Go ahead.
Oh, you can
You're fine. You're fine. Do that dance while you're going through there. Let's see, a 2-step.
As you know, you need a face of the party, and he's the face of the party.
Oh,
literally.
he is. He is.
Yeah.
It's no wonder he has such a good turnout. People gravitate to him, and it always has. And he's been on our show a couple times and on my show separately, but always great.
Watch this. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna get you this guy.
Okay. Okay.
He's going to look for.
He's out hunting.
Yeah, he's hunting for us.
Well, and he said this on the show. It bears repeating. He talked about adversity being so important, and a lot of people don't know. Here's an All-American who was drafted in the pros and played in the pros.
Yep.
And he called his dad up and he says, "I'm coming home."
Yep. Can't do it.
Those freshman year practices were so difficult and so on, and so he. God bless him. He stuck with it, and now is really the face.
Absolutely.
Face of the alums, the football alums, and people love him. And there's Scott Sears that is really the organizer behind everything. So
hopefully we can get him over. Yeah. You talk about Josie and adversity. He had there's Major
guy.
Harris. Yep.
Yeah, there he is. Get him over here. Yeah.
I always call him the ghost because he ghosts me on the phone. I'm gonna get him here when he comes back.
Yeah.
Come on in.
He's hungry.
Hungry.
I gotta keep Major happy.
Yeah.
Right? So,
You want to get something to eat first?
It's up to you.
No, sit
it's
on.
up to you.
We want you here now. Sit down.
Yeah, might have was your here.
Yeah, sit down. Since you're already here.
No, that is, right?
Well, that's
I don't know who he is.
Did I see that right? You got a pit thing there?
Yeah, slam it down all the time.
And I got a new nickname for you. Now, I think I might have told you this at Kegler's last time we talked. Ghost.
No.
Yeah, remember I couldn't get him to call me back. He wouldn't text me. He wouldn't call me. I congratulate him on getting his jersey retired. Nothing. Ghost.
Major, he won't let go. He just won't let go of that. It's like Scott Frost. He won't let go of.
But Mage, I understand, buddy.
Yeah.
I understand. But I am going to text you like tomorrow and just see if you answer me or not. I know what you're going to say. Go say, who the hell's this guy? Frank, hand him a mic here.
Oh, yeah, you got to have this.
In all seriousness, on a serious note, you're here for Jose's fundraiser, the Kidz, the hospital, the Children's Hospital. What's an event like this to you guys that played back in the day? What's something like this mean to you? What's the attraction for you?
It's like a coming home party. You know what I mean?
It is.
As we get older, you know what I mean. We got an event where we can all come. It's like a huddle. We all come back every year to our huddle. And that's how I kind of look at it. I'm seeing guys I ain't seen in 15 years. Matter of fact, I got one of the shirts from, over
20th.
years.
Wow, that's 15 years, yeah.
So, it's a time to come back, see guys you ain't seen in a year, then some guys you might didn't see in 10 years.
Right.
Yeah, I love it.
You obviously had a stellar career here at WVU. You live in Pennsylvania now, I think. Is that correct? Pittsburgh, and you're an avid golfer.
Oh, hey, I tell you.
So I bet did you bring a ringer or two with you today to try to win this thing?
Well, hopefully the group I'm with, you know what I mean. Hopefully we got a couple ringers.
Yeah, good.
Got him some golfers. I know the last time we talked, you talked about that. Basically, that's what you do now is golf, and retired, or
yeah. You know what? As you get older, you don't play. Go out and play pickup basketball games.
Right.
So the next best thing is golf.
Right.
Where you really don't got to be in shape. You just go out there, hit the ball.
And Frank, I brag on him a little bit. I found out from a reliable source that quite the basketball player and used to go in. Was it Stansbury? Is that where they play?
Stansbury Hall.
And he would go in there and dunk on people.
Oh, no, like that.
Yeah, my brother was in college same time. Told me Mage used to come in and hoop it up on the basketball court. I bet you Coach Nealon loved it. He was out there playing basketball. He probably encouraged that, did he?
Well, exactly. And I always tell people, if you look at WVU history, athletic history, basketball has had its time, football's had its time, but only one time was there just incredible success in both football and basketball at the same time with when you played and when the guys played, Darryl Prue in the crowd and Craig Jones in the 80s. Those two teams, those two programs were really running on a high. Amazing.
You know, one of the first times I remember.
I'm going to put that up a little bit.
Oh, okay, my sorry. One of the first times I remember West Virginia is when Greg Jones and Lester
Rowe.
played. Yeah, I remember watching them on like Channel 22. And at the time, that and when Hostetler transferred in, them was the moments you know, kind of, for me, put like West Virginia on the map.
Yeah.
And, you know, I remember them days. And it's funny because years later I look back on it. I see, man, we done had a couple Greg Jones that come through this program. You know what I mean? That was like instrumental in helping the program.
Yeah. You know, very humble guy, but I've always thought this. You know, when you played, do you ever feel like maybe you're just a little ahead of your time? Because you were, you were like, you were a Patrick Mahomes type player. I mean, you could move, run, you could throw the football, big, strong guy. But back then, you know, in the NFL, it was drop back quarterbacks was what they wanted. They didn't want somebody scrambling because they didn't want you to get hurt. But I always thought if you'd have come in 10 years later, for example, you might have played in the NFL for 20 years, you know. I just wonder what your thoughts on that. And I know you're a humble guy and all that, but
I think, you know, I don't look at it like that. You know, we had a great team. You know, when I played, I wouldn't change anything other than, you know, winning a national championship.
Right.
So, you know, I just felt that it was the right time, you know what I mean? And we had a great team, and, you know, things just happened. You know, that's how I kind of look at it.
Right. Your thoughts when you went down in the Fiesta Bowl, when you got hurt? You laying there underneath that mass of humanity, and you knew you were hurt. What was going through your mind at that point?
You know, it's like, man, like the worst nightmare. You know, playing football your whole life, biggest game of your career, you know what I mean? And then something like that happened. Like, damn, it was like a nightmare. Yeah,
I'm sure. I know as fans, we were just like, no, this didn't happen just now, you know. And I always have to go back to the Sun Bowl. That's one I actually, a couple buddies, we flew out to El Paso, Texas, and you guys played Oklahoma State in the Sun Bowl. And I know I asked you about this before. The last play of the game down at the goal line. And you swear, I'm not giving. It's like Frank said, I can't let anything go. I still am not over that. And I want to ask Coach Nealon about if I get a chance to talk to him today. My play call would have simply been, Major, we need two, baby. Go get it. Go get it. But you said it's a great play call. You just threw a bad pass.
Yeah. It was. You know what? As a freshman, I guess I had confidence in my ability to throw, but that was like a timing play. And it was really my fault because you look at film, the guy, you know, he came in motion, he was open. But I think I kind of wasn't disciplined enough on that play. Just to, you know what I mean? It's like the last play, you want to have like two options, you know what I mean, so to speak. And, you know what I mean, I just wasn't disciplined enough just to throw the ball, you know what I mean, and basically, you know, get the game over that way.
Yeah, well, my second option would have been Major, take off and run the thing and get to two. Because I know as fans, we would go to the games. It wasn't, you know, nowadays you sit there and it's 3rd and 7, you're like, oh, God, what's going to happen here? Bad. When you played, we were in the stands watching, it was like 3rd and 7. If we didn't get a first down, it was a big disappointment because we knew we were going to get it one way or the other. You're either going to throw it or run for it. Major, I know you want to get in and eat some breakfast here before you tee off today. Good luck out there today. Have some fun. Awesome to see you. Awesome to see you.
Yeah, definitely.
And please answer my text. I'm not going to stalk you or anything. I just want to say, hey, what's up? Happy birthday or congratulations on your jersey retirement. You know, stuff like that. And just all you got to do is say K.
Jeez, he just won't let go.
Can't let it go.
I've been working on him, but it's tough. It's tough.
I want to be able to tell people, hey, me and Mage is tight, man. We're friends.
Oh, there you go.
If we keep getting him on the show like this, we will be friends eventually if we hang around him long enough.
That's right.
We're not bad guys. You know, we just we're aggravating, but we're not bad guys. All right, man. Have a good time out there today. It's great to see you.
Always good seeing you.
Yep, fantastic. Good job. Major Harris, everybody knows the Mage, that's for sure. One of the all-time greats here at WVU. And Frank, like I said, I'm not so sure had he not come a few years later, he might still be in the NFL because what a quarterback he was, man. And like I said, back then, they didn't want quarterbacks like that. You know, they didn't want people that
one of the greatest, wasn't he? Oh, my God. Just,
Hey, Greg, Mike, nice to meet you. Great defensive back.
Yeah.
I remember him. I told Joe's I watched all you people play. I don't recognize anybody because I always saw them with a helmet on, and you know.
Well, that's where basketball players have the advantage.
Right. Yeah, and
let me give you this.
Yep. So you're here for Joe's big event. This is Mike Collins, for those of you who don't know, and I do know and do remember what a tremendous defensive back he was.
Absolutely.
Playing for the Mountaineers, another all-time great. And I tell you what, looking around here, this is like a who's who. Mountaineer football and the Hall of Fame guys running around here. Anyway, you're here at Joe's event, and I know we asked Mage this question. You know, for you guys that you know played ball together, you've grown together. To get to come back for something like this, you know, and see all the former players and that sort of thing. What's an event like this other than raising money for the hospital? We know that's the main goal, but what's the attraction for you guys, and what makes it so special to come back like this?
I think it's a lot of what you just spoke about being able to see your guys and the relationships. And, you know, when we played, you spent 5 years in the program, and now it's a little bit more transactional, and folks don't say it in the team so far. But during that 5-year period, you develop some strong bonds, and there's things that we go through from the conditioning, being in the locker room, on the field, that we share together that no one else understands because of you know some of those things that we've done, and so in turn, when you get a chance to get back, it's just awesome to be around really good friends.
Yeah, talk about your time after WVU. I know some big success afterwards too.
Yep. Well, I signed as a free agent with the Bills and didn't quite stick around. I played real arena football, but and so like now my boy he's playing baseball, and my older son also played, and I encourage them, play as long as you can. You know, I think one thing you can't replace is time. Right. Once it's over, it's over. And so,
come on over.
You know, not playing.
Hey,
maybe
good to see you, Kevin.
I should have stuck it out a couple more years to see, because you can't replace that, right? You can't replace that. And so, but yeah, now I end up going back to school, getting my master's from Marshall, and I work for a commercial insurance company now. Do consulting work. I've been doing that for about 20 plus years, and I'm in the St. Augustine, Florida area now.
Okay, I was going to ask you where you were located. So long way from here. But like I said, always good to get back. And we won't tell anybody you went to Marshall to get your master's. We won't mention that to anybody.
Exactly. Well, that's home.
That's right. Still here, and we've got another familiar face joining us here now. And of course, everybody, Daryl Talley. Everybody knows him. Daryl, I got to stop Mike here just for a second. There was a guy up here just a little bit ago who said you still look pretty much the same as you did when you were 25 years old, but he also said. You were
looks are deceiving.
No, wait a minute. He also said you were butt ugly. That was the exact terminology.
That had to be Brian. I know who that is. I recruited him. I understand. See, what you don't understand is I know who I brought in.
Yes, it was Brian. Because I was telling him I thought that if you didn't play football for 80 years in the NFL, you could have been an actor because, man, you had that nice hair, you had that look. But he said you were just too ugly to be an actor. So I
don't know if I agree with that. Well, but I'll tell you one thing. Being an actor is a whole lot harder than being a football player, because being a football player is a lot easier to me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure. I wouldn't go argue with him because, he's like 7 foot tall, weighs 400 pounds. I didn't argue with him.
See, that's the thing. I get a kick out of that. I argue and I poke him and I poke the bear and you run away. You learn one thing. The bear can't catch you unless he's hungry.
That's exactly what I was going to say. He ain't going to catch you. He's got to run. He's got to get 2 steps ahead.
And you don't have to outrun the bear. You just got to outrun the other person with you.
That day.
We were talking to Mike here about this event and what it means to get back here to Morgantown and see folks. What's this mean? I know other than raising money for the kids, I understand that's the main focal point.
But it is so impactful to come back and see the guys that you played with and the guys that played after you.
Right.
To see if the lineage still holds true, and it does. Mm-hmm. So that's why I come. Because guess what? I want them to know that I did come here, I did do something, and I left it better than where I found it.
There you go.
And guess what? Now we're seeing it.
Right.
So, yeah, that's fun.
You guys, and either one of you can, or both of you can answer this. There's a new excitement up here now, and with Coach Rod coming back, I think people are feeling the excitement. I know, there's of course a lot of naysayers as well, but I think that feeling, of anticipation for the season coming up, a lot of people are excited, and I think. The turnout for this event, and Brian said, was better than it has been in the past few years. I think all around it's just a better feeling up here right now. What's your guys' take on the state of the program right now and what's happening?
Well, I am truly excited. I think Rich coming back is a good thing for the program at this time. We were kind of twisting in the wind.
Dormant.
So to speak.
Yeah.
Twisting in the wind. The level, the expectation, we were kind of settling for mediocrity, and that's not who we are. I mean, and that's what Daryl was. That's basically what he was mentioning about the lineage, right?
Yeah.
And so, I was talking about this with a couple guys last night. You kind of walk now with your shoulders back a little bit more.
Well,
right?
because here's the deal: we got one of us in the house.
Yeah.
We've got somebody that's bled, sweat, and teared with us. Rich was a freshman when I was a senior.
Yep.
So, yeah, I know him. He's been here with my brother, yes. I understand that. And what this means is when I say we got one of our own in the house, we've got one of our own that we know has put his face in that briar patch.
Yeah.
We know he's been in those bloody battles. So we know he knows how to come out of them. And he knows how to lean on his teammates and ask them for help when he needs it.
Right.
And basically, all we are is a big life support system for him.
Yeah.
We're here to help in any kind of way we can.
Yeah, and I think one of the things, a fan like myself who's watched for years, and one of the things you think about and is going to happen is, and I mentioned this to Brian, when you play West Virginia, you're going to know you've been in a football game. It's going to be physical. It's going to be tough. I think we've kind of gotten away from that the last few years. It doesn't seem quite like we're there yet. And no knock.
Time out. Daryl's got to go in time out because Daryl's got one thing to say. We don't recruit enough dogs.
Yeah.
We got to recruit some animals. We got to recruit some people that have a nasty disposition.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they could be a nice guy off the field, but they got to have a nasty disposition on the field.
Yeah. And I'm going to piggyback off of that. I mean, part of that is like a Daryl Talley. I don't know if you were a 5-star.
Here's the thing. I wasn't a 4-star, 5-star, 3-star, 2-star.
Right.
I was an honorable mention.
Right.
I didn't even. I played
exactly, and that's more my point is finding those guys and developing those guys. And I think to Daryl's point, we've kind of gotten away from physical guys and playing a certain style of football where we've led with our defense.
Right.
That's who physical aspect of the game. We lead with our defense and
an offensive line.
Yeah, and the offensive line up and the strength up front. And so to again, what Daryl's saying, it's encouraging to see somebody who's been here, done that, and like Rich said last night, he understands the lay of the land.
Right.
He knows this place is different, and you have to recruit differently. Right. But when you get it going right. It's special.
Yeah.
It is truly
It is
special.
really special, and I think Rich is going to get it done, man. I mean, if we can help in any way with the recruiting, we'll do it.
Right.
I guarantee you, any one of the guys he can call and say, hey, Rich, I need this. Rich, okay, Rich, when do you need it done by?
Yeah, and I think, you talk about recruiting a different way and that sort of thing. He gets that, and I think if you look at his history, everywhere he's been, you may not come out of the gate winning 10 games, 11 games, but year after year after year, it just gets better and better and better and better.
What you get is a brand of football.
Yeah, right.
You get a physical brand of football where you have kids that are not quitting. Because you could see you can see sometimes in somebody's actions or their emotions on the field.
Yep.
When a guy gets his head in the dumper, then you go, wait a minute, bro. We can't play that way.
Right.
We've got to have our head out of the grounds because we got to see.
Perfect example of the last regular season game we played last year. It's a perfect example of that, and that was kind of where that program was trending toward.
Yeah.
And so again, it's fun to have him back. We know he knows what the standard is, and he's going to coach and teach to that standard.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, no knock on the previous staff, but, yeah, there was just the feeling that, it wasn't going up. It wasn't getting better. It was just stagnant. And, I think this brings a level of excitement that we haven't seen for a while. And, I hope, and I've said this, we do this show every week, and we talk to former players, and one of the things we've expressed is that we hope that people don't expect us to go 11-0 the first year. Now, I think every game we play, I think we're going to win, or I wouldn't watch.
Why not?
But
why not?
Because I want us to win.
That's why I'm watching.
That's right.
I know what you did wrong.
That's right. I watch every game, and I hope the expectations aren't 11-0. I mean, I'd love that. That'd be awesome. But I think at some point, that is going to be the expectation, and I think it's just going to take a year or two, and it'll be there.
But what I'm seeing is he's slowly but surely getting into the portal and getting these types of guys in. And basically, we got to have guys that are willing to buy into a program that's willing to do some work.
Right.
Because everybody that comes to school here is not a finished product.
No, and that's what we
got away from building.
We need those guys.
We need to build them.
That they can develop.
The diamond in the rough.
Right.
That's what we need.
Yeah, and I think, too, I noticed the other day, I was reading an article about some players that came from the portal that are waiting to get eligible. One of the things, 4 out of the 5 were 24 years old, 25 years old.
I got a question.
Okay.
I got a question. How are you trying to get eligible to get into the portal?
I don't understand.
I don't understand.
Well, the story was this: they all started school in either 2018 or 2019.
Oh, wow.
So they have that year, and they have to get waivers from the NCAA. So it's not really an eligibility rule as far as grades or anything like that. No. It's a they said technicalities they got to work through, but the eye opener was that they were all 24 years old.
Well, it's like the Mormons at BYU.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mike. Appreciate you. Let me get up here and get out of your way. I hate to sit here in the way because I've been had some medical issues and I can't hardly get around much.
Don't worry about it.
Struggling to get.
Well,
That's our Mountaineer guy. We know this feller.
How you doing, man?
What's up, Kay?
Well.
All right, buddy. How you doing? You're all right. Go ahead.
My guy was Cecil.
Oh, yeah. I remember Cecil. This boy here is from down in our area. He's from Fayette County.
Okay.
He's a local guy. I went to high school with his dad, graduated with him. So, good young man. He'll be a good Mountaineer. And there's, I don't know, you probably don't remember this guy either, but that's my brother, also known AKA as Muggy McLeod. I don't know if you remember Muggy or not.
Muggy McLeod.
That's our weather guy. Oh. Yeah, let me get up here.
You got to pay bills now. So that means you got to get up and walk over.
Get on.
I got you.
I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm like an old invalid here.
That's all right.
Trying to get around.
On the Psycho.
Yeah. The Mountaineer. You come around, Kate, here in a little bit. We'll get you down and talk to you if you got time.
I should have time before I shoot her off.
Okay. Even if you want to wait until they get started, you can come back.
I was just telling Owen Schmidt a story about your first son. It's a real smile. I'm happy. I'm hugging Greg.
Hey, Greg. He hugging on you awful tight over there.
I don't know. Moving in on me, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, your first son told me a story that mascot probably didn't appreciate. So.
Uh-oh. Is Owen here today? We got a bone to pick with Owen. He was supposed to be on our show about a month ago, and he never showed up. And I've messaged him, called him. He won't respond. So I told Major I had a new nickname for him. Major's new nickname is Ghost because he ghosted me. Well, I said, listen, I know I'm nobody, but If I send you a text and say happy birthday, just say thanks. You don't have
You don't have to say nothing else.
You don't have to do. You don't have to have a conversation with me. Just say thanks.
Say thank you. That's common courtesy.
That's right. Same way with that.
His mother would beat his butt when I was little. Mom would have had a field day with him.
I told him I sent him a congratulatory note when he got his jersey retired. Never heard a word. Say him happy birthday. Never got a word. I was like, come on, man. I don't want to have a conversation. I just want you to say okay. I said,
just say okay. Just say hello. Just hit the like button.
That's right. That's right. So same way with Owen. I said, Owen stood us up on the show. I've texted him, called him, ain't heard a word from him since. So I was a little bit worried about him. I thought, man, it's hard to tell with Owen where he might be.
I don't know where he might be.
You guys, I know you got to get going, get ready to play, but are you a golfer?
Yeah, I try to be, but right now I've just been having some problems with my hands and can't close them all the way, so I can't hold on to the club very well.
I got you. I understand that, but trust me. But really, it's not what this is about. This is about seeing folks.
This is about me coming out with and having a brotherhood relationship with my brothers.
Right.
And seeing them and standing up for a cause. Because here's the thing. If we don't stand for something, we don't stand for anything.
Right. And what better thing to stand for than the WVU Children's Hospital? And
well, here's the thing. They're our future.
That's right.
And if we don't invest in them, we're screwed.
Yep. And I know Joe's gave us a story about his son when he was born and how WVU Hospital pretty much saved him. And, that's his motivation for doing this thing. But, the fact that all you guys turn out for this is a testament to, Mountaineers, period. Yeah. And you guys turn out, support, and socialize and are friendly enough to come by and talk to folks like us. That's always such a pleasure to see so many of you. And one of the things Frank and I have talked about since we started doing this show is that you guys are also welcoming and so friendly and
yes, because
you're just normal folks.
Here's the thing. We grew up in an era in which you had to know that you had to be respectful, and people held you accountable.
Right.
Kids aren't being held accountable.
Nope.
That's all. And that's due to parenting.
Yeah.
So my thing is, don't look at the kids. Look at the parents.
Yeah.
You don't need to blame the kid. The kid didn't do anything. The kid's just being a kid.
Yep. And the
parent is not being a parent.
That's right. And they say,
but they have kids raising kids.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I taught school for 32 years. I saw plenty of that. And it's the nut don't fall far from the tree is what the saying is. That's the true statement if there ever was one. And again. You guys have always been so welcoming to us and so friendly, and you've been on my show and this show, and always willing to come over and talk. And that's one thing we've noticed is how open everybody is, and just normal people.
We got to believe in communication because hold it.
Nope.
I got the spider. I didn't want to bite you.
Oh no, I don't need that. Don't need that.
But if we just have to learn to communicate better. I mean, what I think has been our problem most of our lives is people don't communicate with each other.
Yeah.
We don't get a good enough understanding of what somebody's really about and what they really need to do.
Yeah. There's so much vitriol in the world. There's so much hate, and
everybody's got it.
Yeah, and people for whatever reason. What other people do just really disturbs some people. I never understood that.
My question is this: look, did it bother me?
Right.
Did it bother my kids? Did it bother my wife?
Yeah.
No. They still happy? Yeah. Okay. What else y'all got to go?
Yeah. Why am I concerned about it if it doesn't affect me?
Don't have to.
That's what I've said so many times, and I used to preach that in my school lessons as well. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't harm me in any way. Why do I want to try to tell them what to do? It's none of my business.
It's none of my business. I have to get out.
Like I said, that's mind your business and be kind. That's all you got to do.
That's it.
That's all you got to do, man. I tell you what.
You get a lot further in life.
That's right. You get to do things like this right here.
Yeah.
And I told Joe's, I said, since I started doing this, I said, I get to drive a Subaru Forester now, 2017.
Hey, guess what?
I'm making so much money.
It's better than walking.
Hey, it's better than walking, and I'll tell you what, I get to meet some great people, yourself included, and I got to know some good folks, and that's what's so special about this. This event, we're excited to be here. Now, tomorrow is the bowling. Do you take part in the bowling part of it?
I just so happen to take a little part in the bowling. I can't bowl worth a quarter either. So I'm not a great bowler, no. I try and scare the pins down.
Well, according to Josie Hacker, you shouldn't have any problem uglying them down. That's what he said.
All right, I'm gonna get his butt tomorrow. He will be on my list.
Yeah, he said to make sure I told you that whenever you came up.
I'll get him.
Well, listen, I'm gonna let you go. I know you want to get out there and get warmed up a little bit and get ready to roll and get with your group and
I don't have to get warmed up.
I'm
already warm. I'm sweating as we sit here.
And now, what year is this shirt from? Is
this year.
Oh, okay, this year's shirt.
This is this year's shirt.
Mage had one on from 2020.
You know that's major.
The 20th anniversary. This is 35.
You know that's major,
sure,
right?
Was 15 years old.
You understand that is major.
Yeah, 15-year-old shirt.
Major, we love you.
Oh yeah, we love him. Love him. He's always nice to come on and talk to us, so we appreciate him. And I've always, and Frank keeps telling him he just can't get over it. I went out to the Sun Bowl in '88 and at Oklahoma State. Last play of the game, we were on the goal line. We ran a pass play for the 2-point conversion, didn't get it. We lost the game 36-35. And I've asked Major at least 5 times, no offense to Coach Nealon, but why didn't he just say, Major, go get it. Go get 2 points for us. Because I said, nobody could catch you. Nobody could tackle you. And he's like, it was a great play call. I just threw a bad pass. It's all my fault. Blah, 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 blah. And I said, I can't let that go. I said, you should have just ran and got the 2-point conversion. I said, when we had 3rd and 6.
Wait a minute. Here's the thing.
We had 3rd and 6. He just took off and got it,
Yeah, but here's the thing. Sometimes doing that is good, but you got to pick and choose those. I mean, those are hard situations to be in because if he does it and he doesn't get it, and we had a chance to kick the tide to go in on. But see, you know what? That's called going out and making a play.
That's right. That's right. And you know what? If they would have, I'll tell you what.
If he'd have thought it and done it, it'd have been fine.
Yeah. If he would have, I've said this too. If we'd have had a play design where you just snap it between Major's legs and let the fullback have it, let Major take off around the end, all 11 guys would have went after him because they thought sure he had it, and the other guy could have probably walked in. But that's what you call armchair quarterbacks there.
That's actually pretty good. And actually, you see guys doing that now.
Oh yeah, yeah, you do.
So anything that you could think up, dream up,
they do.
The guys are trying to do it.
Yeah, they're doing it, and then they end up making rules to say you can't do that anymore. I remember the old fumble rooski they used to run. They said, "Oh, we can't have that play going."
Can't do that anymore.
And now they're fighting about the they call it the push. Now they're fighting about whether that ought to be illegal or not.
My question is this: the tush push has been around forever. The thing of it is, if the guys on the defensive line don't get low enough to stop it, guess what?
Too bad.
That's going to be it.
Yeah.
They've got guys that are better at getting down in a 4-point stance and crawling and lifting you up.
Yep. So move forward.
They're better than you at doing that.
And they talk about making it illegal. Well, what they made legal was being able to assist the runner from behind.
Well, yeah, because they pushed the runner.
Right.
If we pushed the runner came back. They took 5 yards away.
That's right. It's a penalty. Yeah. And I don't understand the disgruntlement over that, other than you're mad because you can't stop it. That's the only thing.
I get that. I get the idea you're mad because you can't stop it.
Yep.
So you know what? I agree with it because when I was in Buffalo, I used to tell them we got a cash register running. Everybody's scoring points. We don't want our cash register to stop running. Let that cash register run. Throw another interception, Jim. We'll go get the ball.
That's right. Yeah, the defense is going to take care of it.
Yeah, that's where you got to be.
Oh, man. I tell you what, I appreciate you more than you know coming by here and talking to us.
Right,
and your good sense of humor and your patience with us, man. We appreciate it.
I
want to get a picture with you before you leave, if you don't mind, if I can get up.
Right. Look, we get these things done easy now.
Hey, Joe. Picture, please. These are my friends now. I got to get pictures with them. I can't believe he still comes out.
hanging around.
I know.
Hey, bro, it's fun, man. When you come back home, you can always go home if you left it in a good place.
Especially what Joe
You
said.
can always
about
do
him.
that.
Joe said he was butt ugly. So I said,
You know what?
Talk to us.
Brother, that boy know what butt ugly is. He looked in the mirror. He's the only one. Hey, he's the only one got a knife and a fork chasing you down the street. Yo, think about that one now.
I got you.
He's the only one got a knife and a fork chasing you down the street.
Frank, you want to come in? Take care of these?
Yeah, we're having trouble with the feed.
Okay.
I don't think the last part, good share of your interview with him was not on.
All right, how are you?
Joseph, myself, and Coach Johnson up here.
Okay. See you. Greg Chris.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Be good.
Okay, we'll get you in the middle.
Yep. You want to jump in the middle right there?
Yes. Hey, my name is Al Johnson. I was a strength conditioning coach here at West Virginia from 82 to 89. I was here with the Coach Nealon's played for the national championship in Fiesta Bowl, and took a 4-year vacation to the Baltimore Orioles, and came back in fall of 92 and stayed to 2001. So I was a lot of the guys in the 80s and 90s. All those guys, I was at some point was with those guys.
Yeah, and a member of the Strength and Conditioning Hall of Fame.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, my name is Rich Bram. I was here from 89 to 93. My last game here was in 94 Sugar Bowl, the last time we went undefeated.
Yeah.
And then went on to get drafted in the 3rd round. Ended up playing for Cincinnati for 13 years.
Oh, man. A legend. Both of you in different ways.
Hey, Frank,
Appreciate it.
he's not going to say this, but he came in, which is astounding. He came in an invited walk-on tight end. And what, Rich, what'd you weigh?
It's 228.
228 and left, or what, at 3 bills?
308. Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
I got lasted in for 3 days. Neil comes in at 6 a.m. when we're waking up at our hotel for training camp. Said, Rich, you're going to left tackle today. I said, okay, sir. What else do you say?
He knows. And
You know.
boy, I'll tell you.
Hey, Frank, this guy, hopefully he remembers this, but he was a heck of a racquetball player. I mean, he took up so much space, but he was a cat. You give him he's a guy we used to say play in a phone book or play in a phone booth.
Yeah.
This guy was a guy that could play in short space and was quick as crap.
Yeah.
I used to love racquetball. The only person that kind of I get in her way would be Coach Neal, and he'd spike that off my calf 2 or 3 times. Man, you talk about something that brings tears to your eyes, being hit by that little ball going 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But, Coach Nealon was a very competitive man.
Yeah. Now, is this the first reunion you've come back for the golf tournament, or have you guys been here before?
I was here in 09. I looked at my bag tag on my bag. I came up last year, and I said, geez, oh, man, it's been 14, 15 years since I've been here. And I came back. So this is, for me, second consecutive year.
Great.
Oh, for me, out of the 35 years this year, I bet you I've been to at least 20 years of these, if not more.
God bless you.
I was, even though playing at Cincinnati, which is not far away, but Peggy Meyer-Smith would always track me down every year. I love what she did for Children's Hospital, kept us involved. I think, once she left there, kind of didn't hear from anybody else. But when she was working, she loved those kids. She loved the players, and she loved us getting our face in front of these little kids.
Yeah.
And that's that's what it's all about.
That's right. And the excitement we've talked about, the excitement this year with Rich Rod back, and it's it brings you back to the Don Nealon days of this is Mountaineer football. This is how we play the game. Of course, Rich was part of that as a football player, and it's just you can feel it. I mean, I live in Michigan, but every time I come back to Michigan, it's palpable, isn't it, guys?
Oh, it really is. The segment right here, I actually have a son that's a Richard more on the team as a kid.
Absolutely.
He's excited about it and stuff, and there's a lot of changes, and he's in the yard, so he'll life. Something it's not only for the conditioning, it's part of the toughness that a lot of teams like these days. You can get away with maybe not the best athletes, but if you're tough, you can do a lot of good things. You can win a lot of football games.
Well, and I think especially these days when, certainly, many people believe finally it's great that players are being played, but the downside of that is you don't have the days when you had someone who came in and stayed for 4 or 5 years. That's we're facing that now with the Mountaineers, that several of the players that Rich Rod recruited still have to go through NCAA clearance because they've been at multiple schools. And so there are a lot of things associated, as you know, guys, being successful on the field that go beyond talent. And you're an example of the fact that you came in and then what you left and career that you had afterwards. I mean, it's connected to what you made it and the opportunities you had. You certainly took advantage of it.
And Frank, what Rich said, I think right now, in the last several years, you have not seen a Mountaineer team that could consistently go 60 minutes, game after game, but also have a tough edge about them. Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, teams like Virginia Tech, Maryland, Pitt, after they would play games against us, I would see some of their coaches, like strength conditioning coaches, and they'd say, it took our kids 2 to 3 games after we played the Mountaineers to physically get back to where we were at prior to the game because we were physically beat up. And I think that's a back.
Yeah, people remember those, the great games, but also the 2 games against Pitt that should have been wins that weren't. That incredible end of the Houston game, that Hail Mary pass at the end, and people don't forget those. And I think you're right. If you connect the dots, your comments, Rich. It's being able to say, hey, we know it's a 60-minute game. You got to finish. Yeah,
but the biggest thing in finishing is, number one, you got to have players with toughness.
Yeah.
Number 2, they got to buy it into your system.
Yeah.
One way or another. For a good example is 1993. There were several games that year we should have lost. For example, Boston College, last game of the year, we're down 3 or 4 points with 3 minutes left. They have the ball.
Yeah.
You know what our defense did? Created a fumble, gave it back to the offense.
That's
what
right.
the offense did? Scored and won the game to go undefeated that year.
Yeah.
It's things like that. You sense a good team's going to sense they're going to win.
Yeah.
Even when things go bad, you rise above it, and you finish the game.
Yeah.
And it's a hard thing. A finisher is a hard thing to do. You watch all sports. You're up the bat in baseball, a walk-off, or a last-second shot in basketball. It's all about the moment. You got to seize that opportunity, seize that moment.
Boy, that's well stated.
Yeah.
And it all, as you guys were talking about it, that coaching makes so much difference. When you look at the coaching staff that Coach Rodriguez has put together, those guys know how important that is. And with the preseason training and as you're saying with your son going through that's it all adds up. Now, we don't know what's going to happen, but the fact of the matter is, when you think about the eras that West Virginia football has been up there and done really well, this seems to align really well with that.
No question. There's direct correlation between finishing, toughness, and playing full 60. And what it is, sometimes, you think about some of the teams that have played here necessarily weren't the most blessed with skill, but they believed they could, and they did it. And teams that, that we lined up against, our players just didn't give in, like Rich was saying, but they just kept fighting and fighting and fighting. In an analogy, Rich, tell tell this crowd about. Do you remember when we used to be in the team room? Coach Nealon at preseason would go to the dry erase board, chalkboard, and we'd draw the mountaineer climbing out of the well. Remember that?
Yeah, he was climbing out of the well. And the thing he tried to tell us, and now it's when you climb out of the well, it was one game at a time. You can't look on to the next game. Each game, back in our day, where there's not a 42-team playoff, there's only 4 teams that are going to try for a national championship, and you had to win every game. If you played at West Virginia, you had to win every game. You couldn't afford to lose any games. And the year before I came in here, they played Notre Dame in '89. I came in after that season, and I was able to go undefeated 5 years later. That's incredible for a university to do that.
Yeah.
You talk about your great coaching job by Coach Nealon. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Bring the players together like he did. How many guys he put in the pros. It's remarkable.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, well, and the great things about it is, particularly for the younger fans, to hear you guys talk about the days back then, because many weren't around and didn't see those games, or they were too young really to have an impact. But to be able to know that we were and we can be again, and that's so important, because we talked about this forever. College football is big at a lot of places, but in West Virginia, with no pro teams, no other power team in the state. Marshall's great, but it's not power team. All eyes are on the Mountaineers, and it's really important to people in ways that I think some people around the country don't really appreciate how critical it is for the people of West Virginia.
And that's definitely so true today, because if you look at even the price for people in West Virginia to go to a game, it's unbelievable. But you know what? If you win, you give this town, this state, a one product.
Yeah.
Every will be full, and every hour will be full.
That's right.
It's happened before.
That's right.
And you know what? To jump off what Rich is saying, is we're the only pro team in West Virginia.
That's right.
And people's lives were affected as a result of what happened on Saturdays. So it affected the week. So the pride, those the coal fields of West Virginia and people that work. I mean, it affected. Like Rich said, they would save their money, bring their family forward to a game, and it meant something. I mean, it meant something for them to be successful, the team to be successful, and carry over.
Yeah, no question about that. You can feel. I came to West Virginia late '60s, early '70s, a long time ago, and from out of state, from New York State. And I could sense it immediately. I mean, I grew up a Syracuse fan and knew how important the Orange were, Orangemen back in those days to football fans, but nothing like West Virginia. Because in New York, how many options do you have for sports? I mean, there are pro teams all over the place. But here it is and it's so critical. And that's why the enthusiasm is so important. People look forward to it, and it's just phenomenal. So, how did you get here?
What do you mean, how did I get
here? Yeah, how did you get to WVU? That's, there's a story there for almost everyone.
Well, what happened to me at WVU is, being honest, didn't start playing football till later. I thought I was going to be some kind of basketball star, but at 6'4.5", big old klutzy guy, you're kind of not going to be a basketball star. So once you start getting letters from, D1 colleges and stuff, and I started to see the Mountaineer coaches show up, even watch me play basketball.
Wow.
They back in those days, they wanted to see not the sport you're good at. How good are you at the second sport you play? How do you handle that? How's your feet? Things like that make a lot of decisions for coaches.
Yeah.
And from there, I was invited to walk on here. Came in that first year, actually lived at home because I was like, my parents couldn't afford the dorms and stuff. So I went there and lived at home my first year and second year. Obviously, I played pretty well in the spring because Coach Nealon put me on the scholarship.
Isn't that wonderful?
And about, 7 games in my redshirt freshman year, had an injury in front of me, and before you know it, I'm starting against Penn State.
Boy.
Then I started every game until
what a story.
I got drafted.
See that's your story. But what's so perfect about that story is that it fits my image of what's possible at WVU. It's not necessarily what you come in as. It's what you do while you're there and what you do when you leave. And it sounds like, well, Frank, that's pretty hokey. But, in society, we've got to teach how important that is. Because with all the hype that's out there, everybody's got to believe that out of the get-go they've got to make this big splash. And the fact of the matter is, you got to work for it, and you don't necessarily have to come in with a crown on. It's what happens once you get here and the opportunity, right?
And you know what's unique, and he's a prime example. Is what you can determine how good a coach is.
Yeah.
Is what he can do. We're not getting 4 and 5 stars here.
That's right.
I mean, when Coach Steele was here, and so guys like Rich developed and became an All-American. So what I'm saying, we had guys such as Rich, when they walked in the door, they had chips on their shoulder out of the gate. I mean, they weren't the Ohio States, Notre Dame's, Michigans, those guys. And what happened at the end of the story during Coach Steele's era, I mean, we're beating those teams.
Yeah.
You're beating those teams.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, but there was something called development back in those days.
That's right.
And toughness. The way football's set up today with the money and stuff, I lost a player. Okay, I'm going to just pull one out.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
If you look around here, of all of us guys probably within a 20-year era, you will never see this again.
Yeah.
No.
You're lucky if a player's somewhere for 1 year.
When you think about what draws coaches to coaching, it's that now you've got a swinging gate, guys that are going from one college to the next, and it's sort of like each season is hermetically sealed or pretty much by itself, and those stories don't get played as much as they used to. And
when you get a legendary Coach Saban walk away because of the situation, think of that.
Yeah. Well, you look at a Darryl Talley who was injured and didn't get much attention his senior year. Then you look at how his career ended, senior and being the great player he was, yourself, and you look at it's a long list, and the question is, how long is that list? Guys, I see there are others that are lined up here to get in. I want to thank you two. Boy, what a great conversation, and two legends here, folks.
Wow.
Thank you
I'm
very
telling
much.
you. I mean, it's two legends that tremendous respect. Rich,
Thank
thanks
you.
so much.
Thank you. Thanks,
Al,
Frank.
always good seeing you.
Hey, can we get a picture real quick?
Oh, sure.